In this video, the past comes alive. These are not paintings, not drawings, but photographs of real men who once marched under the banner of Napoleon Bonaparte. Taken decades after the smoke of battle had cleared, these portraits capture veterans of the Grande Armée in their final years. Older, quieter, yet still proud. Thanks to modern neural networks, these forgotten faces have been carefully reimagined from historical photographs, offering a vivid glimpse into the past that feels more immediate and alive. The year was 1858. Photography was still in its infancy. And yet, someone had the foresight to gather these men. Men who had marched across Europe, faced fire and frost, and lived to tell the tale. Their uniforms were brought out once more, their medals pinned to their chests, and they stood, one by one, before the camera. Veterans of Austerlitz, of Jena, of Borodino. Some had once stood guard at the gates of Moscow. Others had followed their emperor into exile and back again. When these portraits were taken, the youngest among them was already in his 70s. And yet, when you look closely, the spirit remains. A glint in the eye, a curve of a smile. Not just memories, but presence. As if just for a moment the man behind the uniform has stepped forward from history to greet you. Napoleon's army was more than a military force. It was a movement that reshaped the map of Europe. But history often forgets the soldiers behind the victories and defeats. These men were sons, brothers, fathers. They laughed, they fought, they endured. And somehow, through centuries of silence, their stories still echo. We may never know the names of them all, but through these images, we can still meet them. We can study the details of their faces, their posture, the way they wore their pride. Each image is a window into a world long gone, yet strangely familiar. Their eyes meet ours across time. Not with judgment, not with sorrow, but with quiet dignity. This video is a tribute, not just to history, but to memory. A reminder that time does not erase everything, that faces once captured can speak again. When photographs like these are restored, it's not just about adding color, it's about reviving context. Atmosphere, presence, and a sense of life are returned. The folds of fabric, the polish of buttons, the weathering on each face, all of it tells a story. These men stood at the crossroads of history. They followed a man who changed the world. Whether through vision or destruction, history still debates. But what cannot be debated is their role in it. They were there, marching through snow, sleeping in tents, surviving on what little they had, and still pressing forward. To imagine their youth is to imagine a different Europe, one of shifting alliances, revolution, and empire. For them, Napoleon was not a chapter in a textbook. He was a voice, a presence, a cause. And even in their old age, wearing fragile uniforms and leaning on canes, you can feel it. They still carried that cause within them. In a way, these portraits are a kind of time travel. Not to witness battles or hear speeches, but to meet the people who shaped that world. The lens may be old, the focus soft, but the humanity is sharp, the emotion unfiltered. So take a moment to look back. Not just at uniforms or medals, but at the expressions, at the posture, at what's being said without words. Because in the end, history is not made by generals and kings alone. It is made by thousands of individuals who dared to believe in something and paid the price for it. If this video helped you connect with the past in a new way, consider supporting the effort. Subscribe, leave a comment, or simply share it with someone else who loves history. Every gesture helps preserve these stories and gives voice to those who can no longer speak. And if you'd like to see more stories like this, more lives restored, more forgotten faces remembered, join the journey. Each reimagined portrait helps us reconnect with real individuals and with the moments that shaped our world. Thank you for watching and for being part of keeping memory alive.